Now back on the 12th of February, I planted some of this here Livingston Bib lettuce. Now I planted them in this yogurt container that I put some coconut coir in, and those did germinate and they did fine. Now I also had some other Bib lettuce seeds that were in a white envelope that you can see here. Now these were dated 2018, so they were older seeds. Now I tried a couple of different times and I couldn't get those to germinate at all, so I eventually gave up on those. Now the Livingston seeds here, they were dated the 2022 some date, so they were not that young either, but they did much better. Well, today it's time to transplant, I guess is a better word, some Buttercrunch lettuce out into the main greenhouse. Now if you remember, we planted some of this Buttercrunch lettuce about on the, I think it was the 12th of February. Now it's the 29th of February today, the last day of February. So what does that make it, 17 days? We'll call it almost 3 weeks, well, maybe 2.5 weeks. And we're ready to go now. Now if you remember this one here, that was planted out of, I think, this one. There's still a few left in there. But this was called Buttercrunch lettuce, and it was dated back for the, well, we'll just put it there. Let's see if you can see it. It's kind of 22 season, I guess. Kind of hard to see. But anyway, I transplanted those over there first. And then later on, I took the rest of them and planted them here. Now, there's a few more left, like I say. So today's the day, and it is the 29th, like I just said. So let's take this one out right now, and we'll transplant those out in the big greenhouse. Okay, so here we are out in the main greenhouse, and as you can see, this is going into the Aquaponic floating raft grow bed system, and I've created a space up here for these, and there's 5 of them here. So let's put them in. 1, 2, 3. There's 2 in here. I'm going to have to deal with that. Oh, there's 2 in there too, isn't there? Oh no, anyway. 4, and then we'll put 5. Okay, so now these, looks like that one's not making it, but these look like they're pretty healthy. And these are Buttercrunch lettuce again. These were planted on the 8th of February from seed and transplanted about a couple days later into these pots. And today is the 29th of February, so Buttercrunch lettuce, 29th February, planted in the greenhouse. Okay, I hope you can hear me over the noise of the cooler there, but there they are. These are all Buttercrunch lettuce. It's the 29th of February today. They're all transplanted. And we'll see how they grow. I thought I'd have one more go with these old 2018 seeds and see if I'll plant them out here in this greenhouse, directly in here, in these 6 leftover containers, and see what happens. Well, it's the 23rd of March today, and I thought I'd do a little update on the lettuce that we planted out here, I don't know, a month or so ago, maybe if that long. I'll put a little date on the bottom here so you can tell. Anyway, it's doing quite well. Now this is like I've said many times before, this is an aquaponic floating raft grow bed system. But here, let me show you how they're doing. Now these are the ones I planted back there, and they're Buttercrunch lettuce, and they were transplanted on the 29th of February, and they're actually planted on the 8th of February. So they're there's a little more than a month old from actual initial planting. But as you can see they're doing quite well. They're growing quite well. Some are obviously growing better than others. And anyway, so what we've got here is I planted some more. I thought I'd stagger the crops out, and I had some old seeds, and they didn't come up. Those were in that white packet that I showed you in the previous video. They never did germinate. Now this is another type, but as you can see, this is sell by 2024, which these are current, so they're new seeds. So I planted them here, and as you can see, I planted them just a day or two ago, but as you can see, they are sprouting. Let's try this one here. You can see they are sprouting. And in this one here, I don't really get it to focus. Don't see anything sprouting there. And I don't see nothing there, but then definitely over here something is sprouting. So they are sprouting. And the one in the white packet there, none of them sprouted. So really that's about the seeds sprouting or not sprouting. That's another demonstration of, the seeds get old, a couple of years old or 2 years old, something like that, maybe older. Yeah, the germination rates that you're going to get, it really goes down as the seeds get older. And this here's proof of it here with these lettuce sprouts that I'm trying to grow. And also there's proof of it over there with the radishes that I was trying to grow. Remember, I just put them in, or put them in a little envelope with a paper towel, and that was wet, to see if they would germinate. And a lot of them didn't, but the ones that were planted fresh, they did germinate. Anyway, so it's just another little demonstration that you gotta make sure that you have viable seeds, and one of the key things is how old are they. Well, it's the 4th of April today, and I thought I'd give you a look here at the lettuce, how it's doing. Now, this is bib lettuce, or what they call, it's just called bib lettuce. Anyway, let's see how they're growing. I think the last update I gave you here was, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago or something like that. But anyway, here they are. Now, if you remember, that's the original sign. These were planted on the 8th of February. And transplanted here on the 27th of February, and today is the 4th of April. So you can see that there's a nice big one there, a nice big one there, and obviously some of them just didn't work out. And this one worked out pretty good. That one over there worked out really well. And these, as you recall, were some of those 2018 seeds that we tried to plant. And if you remember, they didn't work, so I tried to plant these, and these are, they were 2024 seeds. They're fresh seeds, but they're the same kind of lettuce. But look at that, they're coming up, and see, there's 2 in here, and there's nothing in there. Maybe I'll pull one of these out and put it over there. But anyway, that's the lettuce. It's doing quite well, and I imagine about, another 25-30 days, we're going to have some lettuce there to harvest and eat. Now there's one more thing here that this is like the same kind of lettuce, I believe, but this is wintered over from last year. And so what's happening, I can feel it here. There's a stalk coming up out of this, and this is basically going right to seed because it's an overwintered thing. You see here, look how thick that stalk is down there. And anyway, it's overwintered, it's going to seed, and I'm going to let it go to seed because we can get fresh seeds that way for nothing. Here's one of those lettuce plants over here that's just not looking too good. And I went over and I pulled on it, and you can see there's just hardly any root on it. It's just in bad shape. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, let me show you. I'll put this in this little cup, and I'm going to put it over here. And the idea here is to basically put it down in this cup and let that little roots thing down there, whatever left of the roots, and there's not much, they're right there, just let it sit in there. Now, that doesn't look too hopeful, but let me show you something. A few weeks ago, this was kind of the same case. I just let it sit in here, but look at that. There's roots coming out of it, and it's recovering. And lettuce does like an aquaponic environment or hydroponic environment. Now this one here was pretty far gone, so I don't know if that'll recover, but it might. Okay, it's the April the 7th today, so let's look at this one lettuce plant that I put over here because it was a hopeless cause. Let's pull this out. And I don't see any new leaves on it. I mean, any new roots on it. But look at that. If I just lift it up a little, see if I can do this without doing any more damage. You can see it looks a lot better than it did when I put it in here. It was all droopy and terrible. So it is recovering. And what we'll do is put it back in there like that. And put it back in the aquaponics. And it should recover and do just fine. And remember yesterday, was it? I was showing, or last time I showed you this one. I said, look how it's recovering. But see, look at that. It's got roots and everything coming out of it now. This one's really doing well. So it will recover in a few days.